Hi, and welcome to this edition of the Insurance Experts. My name is Marc Glickman. I'm an actuary and long-term care insurance expert. It's my pleasure to have two of my favorite people in the world on the line today, Cathy Sikorski and Noel Evans. Thanks for joining me today.
Hey,
Thanks.
how are you, Mark? Nice to be here.
So this is a unique. We had a chance to interview both of you, and it's because we're going to be doing seminars for senior care communities. So first of all, Cathy, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and kind of what your passion is about these seminars that you're going to be doing?
I am an elder lawyer. I have been for well over 30 years, which is not the same as an estate lawyer, just FYI. Talk about that one day. And I educate, I teach, and I have written a couple of books about not only elder law issues, but long-term care issues, and especially caregiving issues, because I've been a caregiver for 8 different family members and friends over the last 30 years.
That's incredible. And I know, Noel, you also have some personal experience with this, but tell us a little bit about your background, first of all.
I entered the insurance profession in 2007. And when I first started, I was kind of trying to find something that was a niche that I enjoyed and felt, passionate about. And I was immediately drawn to long-term care. I had 2 significant long-term care events in my life. One that involved an uncle of mine that passed away at a very young age, and my grandfather. So it was very personal to me, and I was lucky enough to be with a firm that had a really good long-term care practice, and I had a mentor in the field. And as my career has grown, I've changed, employers a few times, but now my goal is to educate and motivate people to plan today for tomorrow. Long-term care planning does not always involve insurance, and that's why I've networked with Cathy and some other professionals to help people start the conversation.
Oh, this is so cool. So you have an elder law expert, you have an insurance expert kind of collaborating together. So what does this program look like for these seminars, Cathy? What are you presenting?
So it's very exciting because it's exactly that, what you said, Mark. We talk about the legal aspects of preparing for aging, really, for caregiving, things like powers of attorney, wills, advance directives. Then we talk about the financial aspects. Exactly where are you financially? Do you understand what the cost of caregiving actually can be? And we also talk about the insurance part of it. Is long-term care insurance right for you? What can it do for you? Or are there other avenues that you want to take? But the bottom line is we are all encouraging people to get prepared, because most long-term care issues hit people in a crisis, and the more prepared you are, the better off you can be. So we give them an opportunity to not only get this information in a really nice little package, but also ask the experts. We're there to answer all of their questions. So it's very exciting. It really is.
That is really cool. And then I guess from the financial side, Noel, how does the insurance play into this seminar?
So for this seminar, our audience is going to be the families and friends of the residents of this community who are living this kind of firsthand, but maybe in many cases haven't begun their plan or have done one part of it and not another. So we're going to try to be a resource for them to begin the conversation, talk about the implications of a will or a special needs plan, why long-term care insurance allows them to have the choice and control of their care setting. And this community is state of the art, and long-term care insurance allows them to get the best care and kind of make the decision before they need the care.
Right. It just gives you more financial options, being able to go to a premier place, like you guys are presenting at. Anything else that you wanted to share for the people that may be attending this seminar?
I would just say that a lot of people, especially as Noel was saying, they're they're in the front row of watching caregiving because they're the families of the people who are in communities. But I can't tell you how many numerous times I found that they themselves have failed to prepare for themselves. They literally don't have the basic documents that they need. They haven't thought about what the cost may be for them. And so this is an opportunity to take a little bit of a different look at caregiving. Yes, you're doing it for your parents or your loved one, but what happens when it happens to you? And we're there to answer all of those questions. And like good Boy Scouts, get prepared.
That's right. It's almost like seeing a glimpse of your future, obviously, when you're taking care of your family like that.
Really true. Yeah. So that's why it's exciting for us, because we feel like we can do work before the bad things start to happen.
That's right. Noel, anything else? Any parting thoughts for us, for people that might attend this seminar?
Yeah, I think one of the key things that I want to educate people about is that having a plan, and whether or not it involves long-term care insurance, allows you to be a companion instead of a caregiver. Caregiving is really hard work. It's noble work, but it has a lot of effects on those people who haven't been properly trained. It can affect your health. Caregivers, there's a lot of information out there about how their health is impacted.
Mhm.
It can affect you as your finances, as far as your finances go. If you're working and you have to be a caregiver, there's a lot of impacts there. So we want to educate people about everything that relates to caregiving and planning, and how to use long-term care insurance if it's appropriate to fund this and allow you to have choice, peace of mind, and control.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for joining me on this episode of the Insurance Experts. I'm really excited for you guys doing this new seminar series, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Mark. Thanks, Noel.